webinar on the topic all about stars. I am pleased to introduce today's speaker, Siddharth Mishra. Siddharth currently studies in 11th grade at Bal Bharati Public School, Pitampura. He's a budding astrophysicist. He's really fascinated by the mysteries of space, and today he would take all with him to explore them. I welcome you, Siddharth, on everybody's behalf.
Thank you, Didi. I'll be starting. Just let me share my screen.
Yeah. Okay. So before we get started, I'd like to say a few things. First, at the end of the presentation, we'll have a question answer round to clear all the doubts and queries. Also, all are requested to please mute themselves during the presentation so that there is no unwanted background noise. But in case you have any questions during the presentation, unmute yourself and just feel free to ask, or maybe you can type that in the chat. Also, everyone is requested to kindly turn on their videos to make the session more lively. Now, Siddharth, over to you. Please begin with your presentation.
Yes, thank you. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, Siddharth, your screen is visible and you're audible.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so today I'm presenting on the topic all about stars. So I'll start. Okay, we'll start with learning about stars. Can anybody tell me what they know about stars or what they think what a star is? Anybody would like to volunteer and tell something? Okay, no problem. I'll tell. Stars are huge celestial bodies. Celestial bodies, we call celestial bodies anything that's up there in space. Rocks, gas, dust, any material that's up there in space, we call them celestial bodies. Stars are huge celestial bodies made mostly of hydrogen and helium that produce light and heat from the strong churning nuclear forces inside their cores. So stars have huge cores in which hydrogen and helium burn and produce fuel. They get constantly created into heavier elements and lower elements, and these nuclear reactions provide the stars the burning forces. So that's why we see stars burning and glowing. Aside from our sun, the dots of light we see in the sky are all light years away from the earth. Okay, so I'll start with a common misconception. We all think that the universe is very dense and there are so many stars as we can see in this picture. So one might think that there are many stars and the universe, you can find many stars. But I can clear this misconception with a popular example. The nearest star to Earth is Sun. Of course, we all see it every day and know about it. But the second closest star, if we try to find out, it's known as Proxima Centauri. It's approximately 4.24 light years away from the Earth. So the next nearest star is approximately 4.24 light years away from the Earth. So we can all imply that the universe is very less dense and the universe is a whole lot bigger than we think. Stars are so huge that even the smallest star known is 75 times the size of Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system, and the smallest star discovered yet is 75 times the size of Jupiter. Okay, so I will continue. Okay, so we'll be starting with how are stars born. We all have children nurseries and hospitals and children centers, stars are born in clouds of dust called as nebula. These clouds of dust are very huge, light years across, and are spread all over the universe. Nebulas, we'll talk about it later in the section, but stars are formed in these nebulas. The gas collects all together due to forces of gravity, and when it is stably like big, so the gravity inside takes over and the heat produced attracts more gas. So a star is formed slowly. It's not over a period of a month or so fast. The star collects a lot of gas, it all gathers up, and then the star is formed. What are these clouds of dust? Yeah, I told them these clouds of dust are known as nebulae. Nebulae are one of the most fascinating objects in the vast universe. We can all see little stars being born in them. Okay, so I have picked a few pictures of nebulas from the internet. Yeah, this one was captured by Hubble telescope. If Okay, I'll try to zoom in if you can't see. Yes. So in this picture, we can actually see little stars being born. So that makes it even more interesting. If we try to see like these small dots, red dots, these are small stars that are glowing due to the churning nuclear forces inside them and the gravity effects and the heat produced. Okay, so in the next photo, you can also see like, let me, yeah, so you can actually see little blue dots and red dots that are spread across. You might think that this nebula is small, but it is light years across, so it's really huge. And this is another photo. So yeah, these are extremely beautiful objects in space. Yeah. Okay, so okay, death of a star. Stars are of different sizes and are different masses. So there are two possible cases of deaths that are known to scientists yet. The small stars, or the stars that are approximately the size of our sun. Sorry. Yeah. In the stars that are approximately the size of a sun or a little smaller, as the helium fuel, hydrogen turns to helium and the helium fuel starts to burn out, the star expands to form a red giant. After this, the helium fuel starts to run. After the helium fuel starts to run out, the star starts to eject gas and form a nebula. So the star expands due to the helium fuel being running out, and the star expands, and then it starts to release or eject material into space to form these nebulas. So it uh, loses its material over a period of time, not suddenly, like we will see in the other concept. It loses its or material in a period of time, and then shrinks to form a white dwarf. And now we can also talk about the stars which are more massive than the sun. This phenomena is much more complex and much more interesting, as you'll see. As the hydrogen fuel starts to run out, the hydrogen fuel runs out, the core of the star turns into heavier elements. Heavier elements being hydrogen turns to helium, and more heavier elements, beryllium, lithium, and this process is continued till iron is formed. When iron is formed, the core cannot burn anymore. As iron is a strong metal, the core cannot burn anymore, and the core collapses under its own gravity. So the star collapses under its own gravity. It shrinks to a very small point, and then it goes supernova. Supernovas are explosions, extremely powerful explosions in space. They can be seen from many light years, billions of light years away, to a point, to the observer. And supernovas emit extremely powerful gamma ray bursts. Gamma ray are the electromagnetic radiation with the highest frequency. So gamma ray bursts are so powerful that if a human being comes into contact with gamma ray bursts, he will burn before he or she even knows it. So they're lucky that no such gamma ray bursts are near to Earth. They're very far across, and no such star can die. So after the supernova explosion, the star forms a neutron star or a black hole, depending on the mass of the original star. So if the mass of the original star is very high, the star was very dense, and the star had a huge mass, it was huge, so it would form a black hole. If not, then it would form a neutron star. I have taken a few pictures of supernova explosions. Yeah. Black holes. So yeah, this concept might take time. Black holes are the most, I'll prefer to say, the most interesting objects and the most mysterious objects in space. Scientists are yet to study a black hole. We cannot obviously go around a black hole. It's so far away and the universe is so big. So we cannot actually go about a black hole. So mathematical and physical calculations mean a lot in the practical world. So everything is calculated from Earth and approximated on the basis of the photos and the light it emits. So black holes were predicted by Einstein's theory of relativity. It's a lot of physics, we won't jump into it, but we can study it qualitatively. Black holes are a region of space-time where gravity is so strong that not even light can escape from it. So black holes are areas of gravity. So it's a pulling force. It pulls the escape velocity of the black hole, which means that the minimum required velocity for which you have to move to escape a black hole is called as escape velocity. The escape velocity for a black hole is greater than the speed of light, and nothing can obviously move greater than the speed of light. It's the fastest thing in the universe yet known. So nothing can escape a black hole. Scientists think that the smallest black hole are as small as atoms and can carry the mass of a mountain. So black holes are very dense. The supermassive black holes, which we're going to talk about ahead, are so dense that their density can be they're super particle, we can say them. Like the density is infinity and the volume is zero. Black holes are not actually black like some might perceive them, but they are colorless. You cannot actually see a black hole, as obviously light cannot escape from it, so we are not able to see a black hole. Then some people might think that how do we know they're there? First reason, I'll say that calculations predict the black hole to sustain and balance the universe. And next, there are some observations too. There was a black hole captured, M87. It was captured very recently, and its effects were seen on the nearing stars. So if you have to see a black hole, you'll see something like this. I have got a simulation, so it might help picturing a black hole. Um, Can anybody confirm is the video, if the video is playing or not?
The
Is the
video
video
hasn't
playing?
started yet, Siddharth. No.
Okay, I'll start.
Yeah, it
Is it
started
playing?
now.
Okay, so
It's
this might help
paused.
visualize the black hole. So that's a nearing star. It approaches the black hole, and as it approaches the black hole starts to pull all the material of the star in. The star's material stretches out due to the force of gravity, and as it approaches the black hole starts to pull all the matter inside itself. So let me pause it just a sec. There's something, yeah. Okay, so as you can see in this photo, the black circle, people might think that this is the black hole, but this is not the black hole. This is just the event horizon or the surface of the black hole. This is the point where we cannot even see the black hole, and we don't know nothing about like what if we fell into one, and what if one comes near us and we go into one, because if anybody went near the event horizon, he won't live to tell the tale. So this is the point of no return, as you can say. And after this, the scientists predict that there is a superparticle. A superparticle is a region, as I have told, of infinite density. Infinite density means that there is infinite amount of mass in no volume. Means you have uh, like you can think of an example. Imagine the earth and crushing the earth to the size of an atom. The earth should be crushed to a size of an atom or a peanut. You can say a peanut. The earth should be crushed to a size of peanut to be calculated as a superparticle. Then its density would be approximated to infinity. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we can say about a black hole. Nothing more is known about them, but the videos, yeah. We classify black holes as of three types. There are small black holes, stellar black holes, and then supermassive black holes. So yeah. Oops. Yeah. The screen. Just a second. Sorry for the inconvenience.
No problem, Siddharth.
Yeah. So yeah, I was telling about black holes. Yeah, we can classify the black holes as of three types. Yeah. The first type of black holes are small black holes, which we discussed earlier, can be as small as an atom and hold the mass of a large mountain. And other kinds of black hole are known as medium black holes or stellar. Their mass can be approximately about 20 times the mass of the sun, and their gravity can be pretty much larger than the sun due to the density. There are many stellar black holes in the Milky Way. The largest black holes are called as supermassive black holes. These black holes have the mass of more than 1 million suns together. The supermassive black holes are huge. They are pretty huge, and they are gravity like crazy. If you even went up, very far from their event horizon, their escape velocity is so much, the gravitational pull, sorry, is so much that you won't be able to escape from a few thousand, from a few thousand kilometers. It would just pull you across and eat you. It's not exactly eating. We don't know where the stellar material goes. So the scientists are still working out. Yeah, so supermassive black holes. The Milky Way, every big galaxy like the Milky Way, the Andromeda beside us, the neighboring galaxy, has a supermassive black hole at its center. Okay, so the black hole at the center of our galaxy is known as Sagittarius A. It has a mass of about 4 million suns compressed into a size that could hold a few million Earths. That's the density it's talking about. That you have a mass of around 4 million suns. The sun is huge, as we all know, and a few million Earths, the size of the few million Earths holds the mass of 4 million suns. Yeah, so this was about black holes. So anybody has any doubts or any questions? Anything they would like to inquire about space and anything at all? There can be various questions. Like a question could be in mind that what if the sun forms a black hole? The sun is also a star, as we know, and it is very close to Earth, approximately 150 million kilometers. So what if the sun formed a black hole? Uh, we don't have to worry about it for another 4 billion years. But what if the sun formed a black hole? It won't affect Earth, in a way of gravity, because the sun's gravity would remain same, but we would all freeze to death because the sun is the source of all energy and heat on Earth. The gravitational pull won't pull all the solar system together as one might think, but the cold would definitely freeze us. So any other questions, anything you would like to ask about space, nebula, stars, black holes? Anybody? Okay, so yeah, we'll move on to the next part of our presentation. What do we see in the night sky? So yeah, this would be a half theory, half practical part. We would all have to go to our terraces or balcony if you would like. And I think I asked to download a few applications that would help you identify all the objects you can see. So there are great applications, and they can actually tell you that where you can see the particular object you're searching, or any constellation you can search, and they can also identify what you are seeing. So you just have to point your mobile and open the application in that direction, and it will identify the object for you. Yeah. Okay. So what do we see in the night sky? In the night sky, we can see the moon. Definitely see the moon most of the times, unless it's a new moon. We can see satellites. We can see planets, stars, and constellations, and shooting stars. Most of the things you all know about planets and shooting stars. Let me just tell you something about the shooting stars. Shooting stars are actually meteors. These meteors enter the Earth's atmosphere and are burnt in it. So we see a small streak of line. That's actually that burning away a material that is present. So you can see in the photo also. Shooting stars or meteor showers are extremely rare on Earth. And if you see them, you are pretty lucky. They can be seen from clear places and remote places, or high altitude places, and they're extremely rare. You can actually search for a calendar, meteor shower calendar, on Google, and it will tell you the places which the meteor showers are expected. If you happen to be there, then it's an amazing phenomenon. Okay, so I have taken three constellations into account, because none of the other constellations are probably visible from our places, and due to the pollution, of course. So the first one, or this big one, I'll highlight. Yeah. So this one, the first one, is known as Ursa Major. sorry. Please don't mind the bad handwriting. The first one is known as the Ursa Major. It is also called as the Big Dipper. So if you search in the application and Ursa Major doesn't show up, the Big Dipper will definitely show up. And the second one is called as Ursa Minor. They are both the shape of bears. The Roman symbols are the shape of bears. In Ursa Major, you would be able to see, I think, 7 stars. I'll highlight the 7 stars. The rest of the stars are a little lighter to see. And one, yeah. So these 7 stars, I think you'll be able to see if the weather is clear and you are not living in Delhi. So, and the next one is Orion. Orion I have not seen, but if you search in the application, nothing is visible from Delhi actually. So Orion, you will be able to see, I think, the head, the shoulders, and the arm, one of these, or you'll be able to identify them through the application. Identifying them from a naked eye, you have to be in a very remote place at a very high altitude, or the observatory. There's an observatory in Sariska. Astroport is the name, in Rajasthan. So if you're there, they have telescopes and all, and they have star maps, and the weather's clear most of the times, and there's no pollution. So you'll be able to see them. And in planets, I don't think, but you'll be able to see, I think, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto too, because it's a rare event that so many planets are visible across these 2 weeks. Last week you could see, the last Sunday, there were 5 to 6 planets visible at a particular time from Earth. The Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Pluto. So you will be able to see, like Venus will be seen, and Jupiter and Saturn will be seen. If you point to if you search in the application, or if you can see a bright object that doesn't twinkle, it might be a planet or a satellite. So you can search in the application. If it's a satellite, the application will show satellite written below it. And if it's a planet, then the name of the planet will be below it. So you can point the application in the direction where you see a bright dot in the sky, and the application will let you know which planet it is and if it's a satellite. And okay, so this is the point that we go on our terraces and have fun. So I'll stop sharing my screen. Before that, anybody has any doubts or anything that they would like to inquire about space, anything, I'll try to answer it if I know.
Guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Anybody's having any doubt? Anything they'd like to say?
Siddharth, I have one question.
Yes, Deep.
Okay. Somebody else has asked. I'll just ask you that question first. What's the biggest
Okay.
star other than the sun?
The sun is not the biggest star. The sun is one of the smaller stars actually. The biggest star, there is no such biggest star, but the one star there is known as Sirius A. I'm not familiar with the spelling, Sirius A. It's a giant blue dwarf. Okay, so the size of the stars is one thing we could have talked about. The size of the star depends upon the color. So the sun is yellow. So yellow stars are middle colored. So the white stars and the blue stars are more bigger actually. And there are so many stars in the universe and we don't even know all. But the biggest star known is Sirius A, I think. And there are new stars getting discovered every day because such a huge number is present. So I think the name keeps changing every day. That's a good question. Okay,
It's
anything else?
presently UY Scutty.
Yeah.
I just searched on net.
दीदी आपकी आवाज कट रही है. Your voice is getting a little broken.
Okay, I was just saying that the biggest star in the universe presently is UY Scutty.
Yeah, it would have just been discovered then, I think.
Anjali, you were saying something.
Yeah,
You had a question.
I was asking, do these, like you said, like we can see planets and all when on some days. So is there a distinct feature like we can differentiate? Sometimes this, like there are a lot of like bright stars. So how do we differentiate?
Yeah. I think I know. I know. Yeah. So if you are seeing like the sky, you're observing the night sky. So if you see an object, you have to look at. You have to first be in a dark place for around 10 to 15 minutes to adjust to the dark light. So when you are adjusted and you see a planet, you have to observe it for around a minute. If it doesn't twinkle, matlab it gets faded a little and it gets a little brighter. If it doesn't do this, then it's a planet or a satellite or any other man-made vehicle orbiting, or it can be also asteroid, or and if it twinkles, then it is definitely a star.
Okay.
Anything else? I thought I saw first.
There's one more
I
question.
saw first. Yeah.
How many years can a star live, or how many years can it emit light?
The star can live approximately. A star can live from a few million years to a few billion years. The stars which are really huge are you can say unstable. So they live a few million years, and the stars like the sun are more stable and they live a few billion years.
Yeah, correct.
Anything else?
So Siddharth, you have been excited about these study of stars and universe since childhood or recently?
No, sir, not since childhood. Since I think the 8th grade or so. Yeah, I went to, I think, I don't remember the place, but it was a high mountainous area, and we went camping. So it was a great view of the sky, and I wondered what mysteries lie behind. So I asked my father, and even he could not tell me everything, and he told me everything he knew. So I was pretty excited, and I started using the internet, and there are many other things you can do if you are pretty much interested. There's a series on Amazon Prime if you are willing, and you can see. It's called as The Secrets of the Universe. It's 8 episodes of 20 to 25 minutes. It's really interesting, and you can see it. And there are many YouTube videos as well. You can see. I have one here, and if anybody is not able to, I think, stargaze and or has weather problems or lives in a city where nothing is visible, so he can also watch this video. I have this in the screen. When we start the stargazing activity, I'll play it. Even if you are stargazing, I will definitely recommend you to see this video. It's a very, very interesting and fascinating video on nebulas. It seems like meditation. It calms the mind, and you are able to actually appreciate everything. And the space is so beautiful. All the photos I have seen, and of all the photos that I will see, I think the most beautiful photos are of astronomy. So the beautiful photos help me get inspired more to learn more things and take webinars like this and share my knowledge. So it's really interesting. You just you just have to develop the interest once, and then you're unstoppable.
So Siddharth, you have a group of students, group of friends who are interested in astronomy and these things, or it's you're all standalone?
No, I don't have such friends interested in astronomy and astrophysics. Yeah, but they like, and there's an astronomy club at my school, so if you can call them friends, yeah.
So can we have a astronomy or astrophysics club at Adore India? Is there a possibility?
Yes, definitely, it's a
Can we
great
start
idea.
slowly? It will take some time. You cannot get.
Yes.
We just got 10 people here, so it will take some
Yes,
time
yes.
for us to develop this. But if you start now, slowly we can have people from ECs and all who can start
Yeah, I'll
coming
note it.
together, appreciating stars. Let's try to work on that if you are interested, because you seem to be really
Yes,
interested.
sir, definitely. It's a great idea. Okay, so any other questions or any other queries?
So what do you think? Someday will we be able to do reach out close to some stars or something like that, or go beyond the Milky Way, or maybe whatever?
No. The Milky Way is billion light years across, so I don't think we'll ever be able to go outside the Milky Way. But yeah, we can definitely see photos. So, watching stars or astronomy is actually like similar to time travel. So the light from the stars takes a lot of time. Like we have seen stars and galaxies that are approximately as distant as 13.1 billion light years, if I remember correctly. And the universe's age is 13.8 billion light years. So we are actually seeing a photo of the star that was when it was born, and it may have died. We don't even know if it's alive even or not, but we are seeing the past of the star. So it's kind of like time travel only. About the question, yeah, we won't be able to travel along like beyond our solar system even, because our the rockets are not advanced enough right now, and we don't have high speed. Like even if we had a light speed engine rocket, we won't be able to travel to the next nearest star. Now, the next nearest star we will be able to travel, but it will take approximately, yeah, 4 years, 4.5 years to travel to the nearest star. To observe and explore the universe, it might take many lifetimes of a few people. We would only be able to. There is an interesting concept, if you would like me to say, they're known as wormholes. Wormholes are just predictions of science, mathematical calculations, like they're teleportation kind of things, that you can jump into space-time. There are kinks in space-time, and you could actually go into a wormhole and end up somewhere in the distant universe. So black holes are expected to be wormholes. There's a theory that black holes are universe. If you go inside a black hole, then you might end up in a parallel distant universe where you didn't exist earlier, and you will be removed from this universe. So yeah, you'll go into a parallel universe, and the people in the universe won't be able to talk to you or establish any kind of communication.
Okay. So it's fascinating to see your interest and your knowledge, Siddharth.
Thank you, sir.
It's really interesting.
Okay, so yeah, we can move on to the stargazing thing. Yeah, if you are not unable to see, I'll play this video, and if you want to see, you can just stay to play the video. Yeah, I think the screen might buffer a little, so it would be easier for me to provide the link. I'll play the video as well, but I'll send the link in the chat box. Yeah, just a second. Yeah, is the link there in the chat box? Yeah, I think it's reached you. So yeah, you can also use that if the video is pausing or it's buffering. So you can use that link on YouTube to watch the video. Otherwise, you all can go on to your terraces and you can show the photos to me. I don't think the weather is clear right now in Delhi, but I'll check. So one more thing about the phone applications. You have to like kind of open one application of the Google Sky Maps and the Star Walks, and the one application. And I also told you to download the red light app. The red light app helps you preserve night vision, so your eyes won't get strained and all. So you can use the red light app. Okay, so yeah, I'll check the weather in Delhi. You all can, yeah. Please tell me how it goes on stargazing. If you have any doubts, I'll be able to help you. Like, okay, yeah, on the star application, you might be able to see little dots numbered M81, M87, M83, M84. Those numbers are given to galaxies. M81, M84. These are galaxies, and these are named M on the number they are discovered. So don't get confused and all. So I'll also check. You all can also go to your terraces. Oh yeah, one more tip. If you're observing the sky, try to watch the sky which is away from street lights and all. If you and don't directly look into a street light, it will just damage your night vision. Try to look at the place where there are less street lights and climb up to the highest altitude it is possible, like your terrace. If you have a terrace and you can approach the terrace, don't try to see the stars from the balcony. You can use the terrace. It will be better. You'll get a better experience. There's nothing much visible from Delhi, so I won't be able to see anything. It just rained, so it's cloudy and all. So please let me know what you all can see.
I can see a lot of stars, Siddharth.
If possible, you can also share the picture also. I don't think there's a feature in Zoom for sharing pictures. Yeah, it's cloudy here, so it's cloudy here too in Delhi.
Wait, I'll show you.
The moon is only visible from here.
Yeah, I can't see stars. How can you see?
Sir, there are so many stars, sir, on the sky.
What are the badal?
I can't see anything.
It's all clear.
Are they?
Yeah. Divya Didi, what you're saying, I don't think that's the moon. Yeah, or is it the moon? I don't think that it's the moon. Itna chota thodi
No,
hota
no,
moon.
that's moon only. Arey, it's not clear na, that's why.
Acha.
मतलब phone में it's not clear. वैसे तो I can see it's moon only for sure.
I'm sure you
Varna
can't see stars, but I can see them.
Yeah,
So
we
there's
all
one
can't.
star that's very bright.
Mhm. You can point the I don't if it's
Everyone
if it's
can turn
very
on
bright.
their videos and show the sky.
Yeah, if it's really bright, you can check in the application. If it's really bright, it
Okay.
won't be a star, I think. If it's very bright, then it will be a planet.
Is it?
You can check on the application. You can just point it in the direction and it will show the possible things that are there.
So that can you see that something, one light you can see on my screen? Just
Yeah, I
see.
can see one light, but I don't think I'll be able to tell what it is.
Okay, wait, I'll open the application.
Yeah, it's that bright that I can spot something there.
You want me to open Star Walk or Star Map?
Any of the above. Star maps would be preferred. It would be better. Google Maps, Google Sky Maps.
So on Sky Map, whatever is showing on my screen, it means it's there in the sky.
No. You'll have to go to your balcony and you'll have to point it in a direction. And when you point it in a direction, it will show the possible view locations. Matlab, it will show what all possible things are there in that direction. You can try on. I won't be able to explain much because it's practically.
Want me to share my screen, Siddharth?
No. No. It will let you know. You can also share us the name. It would be a galaxy or a star or a planet also. It could be Jupiter
It's
or Venus.
It's showing M39, M29, M33, M74.
Yeah,
It's showing all
those are
those.
galaxies.
Okay.
M29, M39 are all galaxies.
I think I've
they'll be in
spotted
that direction, but it won't.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
they'll be in that direction, but you won't be able to see those galaxies. You can also choose the option of a planet. When you tap on the screen, there would be a sidebar, and you can also choose the option of a planet. So it will only show you planets. You can choose the option of I think there are galaxies, planets, constellations, stars. You can choose the option in which you want to see and what you want to see.
No planet is visible. Matlab, it's not showing in the app. Any planet is not showing up in the app.
मेरे में तो
I
Venus.
think then वो डायरेक्शन जिस डायरेक्शन में आपको वीनस दिखा रहा है ना, अगर आप उस डायरेक्शन में देखोगे तो उस स्टार में वो जो डायरेक्शन होगी उसमें जो आपको वो दिख रहा होगा ऑब्जेक्ट, वो वीनस होगा. जैसे अगर आपको ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि आपको नीचे कुछ दिखा रहा हो, मतलब जैसे आपने फोन को टेबल पे रखा तो आपको नीचे कुछ दिखा रहा है.
एक स्ट्रीट लाइट की तरफ it's showing Venus.
हाँ, क्योंकि वो डायरेक्शन में वीनस है, उस डायरेक्शन में वीनस है, पर हम उसे देख नहीं सकते.
अच्छा.
जैसे ऐसा भी हो सकता है, जैसे आपने फोन को नीचे पॉइंट करा तो आप तो बोलोगे मेरे नीचे जमीन है, नीचे कुछ नहीं है, पर अर्थ वो आपको दिखाएगा कि अर्थ के नीचे से क्या दिख रहा है, कि अर्थ के साउथ में क्या होगा उस टाइम पे. हाँ, कि अगर जैसे आपने बोला कि आपने किसी बिल्डिंग की तरफ पॉइंट करा, तो वो आपको बोलेगा कि वहां पे वीनस है, तो आप बोलोगे मेरे को नहीं दिख रहा, मतलब वो उस डायरेक्शन में है, वो आपको सिर्फ डायरेक्शन दे रहा है। 3D डायरेक्शन होती है ना, आप तो अपने चारों तरफ देख सकते हो।
ओके ओके गॉट इट। हाँ तो स्काई में तो देयर इज नो प्लैनेट अभी दैट्स विजिबल।
हाँ, तो फिर अब वो तो फिर हमारा लक अच्छा है। एक मिनट, I'll go upstairs and I'll check once. I'll go on to my terrace once.
It's just showing moon on the app. In this direction when I'm pointing, it's showing moon.
Arshi, there are no
दीदी,
stars. We can
अगर
only
आपको
see,
सिर्फ
mostly
मून,
we can only see planets.
Is it? But sir, these are not stars.
थोड़ा बहुत stars है. Mostly it's cloudy, today.
Saturn, Jupiter दिखा रहा है मेरे फोन पे.
हाँ, when you're pointing towards the earth, it's showing all the planets.
Saturn, Jupiter दिखा रहा है मेरे फोन पे ऊपर पॉइंट करने से.
Yeah, correct.
मुझे तो एक ही स्टार दिख रहा है खाली.
मेरे को बहुत सारे स्टार्स दिख रहे हैं.
कैसे? यहाँ पे तो एकदम क्लाउडी है.
Sir, you
you're
can't see
looking in the app, right?
No, sir.
I'm-
In the normal sky, I can see so many stars.
I can
So
only
many,
see one.
Yeah, so
That-
many. I mean, normally if it's a clear sky, you can see millions, hundreds, thousands. But here we can see few. और एक तो aeroplane जा रही है.
Yes, sir. Aeroplane के पास में कितने स्टार दिखे? I can also see the aeroplane. I think so. It was there.
I can
right now.
hear it. I can't see it.
Yeah, there I can see that aeroplane.
Oh,
Or sir,
there I can see it.
I can see at least 50 stars.
Oh,
How is that possible?
I can see it.
मेरे को तो दो दिख रहे खाली और एक एरोप्लेन.
हाँ, 50 तो हो जाएंगे. On the east side we can see 50. Yeah, not on west.
Yes, sir.
East
है
में
ना
थोड़ा
50.
clarity. वो क्या है इतना बड़ा सारा?
One star is very bright.
That's not
this
star.
one.
That's a planet.
That's a planet. It's showing
Yeah.
check
Jupiter
the
and
app now,
Saturn.
sky map.
It's not twinkling, as Siddharth said.
Yeah.
The brightest star here is Unukalhai. That's showing in the app. It's not
नहीं तो ऐसा
visible from phone.
प्लैनेट्स में मैं कह रहा हूँ, अगर जैसे आपको प्लैनेट्स वगैरह दिख रहे हैं ना कि नीचे हैं, तो जैसे अगर आप शायद मिडनाइट के अराउंड जाओगे तो
हाँ।
रोटेशन के बाद व्यू पॉइंट दूसरा हो जाएगा उनका. तो मतलब जैसे अगर आप रात को
हाँ,
कभी
correct.
12 o'clock जा रहे हो तो आपको उस टाइम ऊपर देख सकते हैं. जैसे मैं भी परसों गया था, मेरे को जुपिटर और सैटर्न दिख रहे थे ऊपर. 11 o'clock 11:30 के अराउंड गया था मैं, तो उस टाइम शायद आपको दिख जाएंगे, अगर जैसे ट्राई कर सकते हो. और अगर जैसे आपको वीनस वगैरह देखना होता है तो वीनस के लिए बेस्ट टाइम होता है 1 hour बिफोर सनसेट और 1 hour आफ्टर द सनसेट. उस टाइम पे वीनस सबसे ज्यादा क्लियरली विजिबल होता है. मतलब हाँ, बिफोर सनराइज भी देख सकते हो अगर, मतलब जैसे, पर उसके लिए काफी जल्दी उठना पड़ेगा. और अगर आप काफी अच्छी जगह पे हो तो आपको सनसेट से मतलब 1-1.5 घंटा पहले भी दिख जाएगा वीनस.
Okay.
Anjali di, can you see that on my screen?
एक
That
सेकंड, यस,
one,
हाँ देखिए
one
मेरे में भी है वही,
है ना?
हाँ
That,
वो
and
प्लैनेट ही है फॉर श्योर.
I can see it every day, almost every day it's there. रोज ही होता है वो. दिव्या आपके वाले में तो वो मून है पक्का से.
हाँ, that's moon.
यहाँ तो मून नहीं दिख रहा ना आज.
अभी था थोड़ी देर पहले, बट अभी नहीं दिख रहा.
ऐसे कैसे नहीं, वो दिमाग खराब है यार तेरे से. इतना बेवकूफ आदमी नहीं.
Moon भी, it's crescent moon today, I guess. That's why बहुत छोटा सा दिख रहा है.
Is Sagittarius, Capricorn, all of these are stars?
हाँ यस, हाँ स्टार्स होंगे और फिर मीटियोर्स भी हो सकते हैं.
मेरे को Capricornus, Sagittarius.
मोस्ट प्रोबेबली वो स्टार्स ही होंगे. वो किसी रोमन ग्रीक कैरेक्टर के ऊपर नेम्ड होते हैं. अगर ऐसे नाम है वो स्टार होगा कोई.
Wait, this
मेरे
is
में
showing
तो
in,
yes.
is it showing in sky map?
Sky map. हाँ, sky map में से.
हाँ मेरे
Now
में
we
भी.
connect the sky
Yes,
map
yes.
with our sky. Is it possible, or I mean, do we have somewhere where we can say that okay, we are here? ऐसा कुछ है? नहीं.
नहीं पता सर.
Map में होता है ना, like you are here. So this is
Okay.
on top of you. This part.
I couldn't get the question, sir.
I'm saying through this sky walk, sky map can be related with our.
Yes, sir.
Can we connect it? How do we do that?
सर वो ऑटोमेटिकली आपको परमिशन मांग रहा होगा टू अलाउ लोकेशन. जब आप लोकेशन अलाउ करोगे तो वो आपको अपना 3D व्यू पॉइंट में दिखाएगा कि अगर आप इस डायरेक्शन में देखोगे तो क्या दिखेगा.
अच्छा.
जिस तरफ भी, हाँ उसे अगर जैसे, हाँ वो ऑटोमेटिकली परमिशन मांगता है. अगर आपने अलाउ कर दिया होगा तो होगा, वरना वो खुद ही बोल देगा कि आपको परमिशन.
तो शायद आपने वो डिनाई कर दिया होगा.
अभी तो हाँ कर दिया मैं.
I can see the moon so perfectly, like it's crescent moon, but I can see the full moon on my phone. And it's
किधर
written
दिख रहा है आपको मून? आप कहाँ हो?
मेरे को
आप
दिख रहा है.
कैनेडा भी नहीं हो.
Actually, my terrace is like completely पूरा open, no? So I can see like 360 पूरा घूम के. Wait.
मेरे तो एक ही वही दिख रहा है बस.
मेरे यहाँ से only moon is visible.
See, Anjali di, can you see this?
Yes.
See, पूरा दिख रहा है वो, पूरा proper clear. Even though it's very light on the sky, like it's very cloudy.
मून टेरेस, अगर आप टेरेस पे आ जाओगे थोड़ा क्लाउडी है, पर मून भी दिख रहा है, क्रिसेंट है. मेरे यहाँ से भी दिख रहा है, दिल्ली से भी दिख रहा है.
I'm on the terrace, I can see the moon.
पर जैसे थोड़ा सा क्लाउडी होगा, हाँ क्रिसेंट ही है.
हाँ क्रिसेंट है, बट दिख रहा है मून.
हाँ जैसे आप थोड़ा क्लाउडी. हाँ. और
see this.
मून के ऊपर भी एक चीज है जो बहुत ट्विंकल कर रहा है. पता नहीं वो प्लैनेट है या स्टार.
पता नहीं, वो फिर पोल स्टार हो सकता है या पोल स्टार हो सकता है, मून के आसपास होता है।
देखो दिख
पोलारिस
रहा है
नाम होता है
कैमरा में,
उसका।
मून के एकदम ऊपर।
स्क्रीन में तो
दीदी
कैमरा
आप
में
मैप
तो
देख
ब्लैक
रहे हो?
आ रहा है।
अरे दीदी, जैसे आप अपना जो कैमरा खोलोगे ना, कैमरा आपको अपने आप से क्या दिख रहा है? ये तो आपको वो दिखा रहा है, वहाँ पे चीजें क्या है, आपको क्या दिख रहा है?
मेरे को
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
मेरे को अभी थोड़ी देर पहले थोड़ा सा मून दिख रहा था, बट अब कुछ नहीं दिख रहा है, पूरा क्लाउडी हो गया।
हाँ, थोड़ा बारिश भी थी। हाँ, अब तो काफी पुअर विजिबिलिटी है। और ना तो नॉर्मल में किसी दिन रात को जैसे 12 o'clock तक अगर आप देखोगे तो प्लैनेट्स वगैरह दिख जाते हैं।
हाँ,
आज तो बहुत ही बादल है।
very interesting. I can show you all office also.
यस प्लीज। क्या है?
No, you can't see it. अभी तो काफी अंधेरा है.
Office, I'll show the office. I'd rather say
Somewhere
show it
that
in the
side we
daytime.
have
Daytime में
office.
दिखा देंगे. Daytime में दिखा देंगे.
Somewhere that side. इधर ही कहीं पे है ऑफिस.
जैसे दिल्ली से अगर मैं आपको दिखाऊं, दिल्ली से तो कुछ नहीं दिखता है। 1 मिनट। कहाँ दिख रहा है? हाँ, ये दिख रहा है ना। दिल्ली में तो मतलब कसम से नहीं दिखा। दिख रहा है बस यहाँ से। हाँ, ये मून नहीं है।
हम्म. Nice.
गर्दन में दर्द हो गई अब और नहीं देखना. पूरी एक्सरसाइज हो गई.
इतना इंटरेस्टिंग है ये, आपकी पूरी रात बैठ के ऐसे देख सकते हो। अगर आप किसी बढ़िया जगह पे हो तो आप पूरी रात ऐसे बैठे रह सकते हो और देख सकते हो ऊपर ऐसे स्काई में।
या करेक्ट।
अगर जैसे आप में से कोई कभी भी घूमने जाए किसी अच्छी जगह पे, या जयपुर वगैरह, जयपुर मतलब सरिस्का जाना फिर वहाँ पे, या फिर कभी किसी रिमोट एरिया में जाए, तो आप आराम से बाहर बैठ के देख सकते हो। डीप मिडनाइट में देखना, जहाँ पे लाइट काफी कम हो। जितनी भी सारी ऑब्जर्वेटरीज होती है ना, ये ऐसी जगह पे एस्टेब्लिश होती हैं जो बहुत ऊपर होते हैं और जहाँ पे ना काफी किलोमीटर तक कोई स्ट्रीट लाइट नहीं होती। स्ट्रीट लाइट वो सारे स्टार्स की लाइट ब्लॉक कर देती है, तो काफी मुश्किल हो जाता है। तो अगर किसी स्ट्रीट लाइट्स दूर जैसे किसी जगह पे जा रहे हो तो वहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा दिखता है।
Yeah. Okay, so anybody wants to say anything? If anyone's having any question, please ask.
Yes, please.
You can type in the chat box as well. Okay, so I think no more questions. There are no questions in the chat box as well. Okay, so thank you, Siddharth, for such a captivating presentation. Also, a big thank you to all the participants for taking such an active part in today's webinar. And we definitely hope to see you all again in our upcoming sessions as well.
Thank you, everybody. I hope you liked the session and all.
Yeah, we definitely like the session, Siddharth. It was very illuminating.
Thank you, Didi.
Yes, Siddharth, it was really nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Siddharth, for opening up a new avenue for us to learn from.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. We are waiting for part 2, Siddharth.
Thank you. Yes, sure. Definitely, it would be great. I'll look for more topics. Like we discussed stars and galaxies. We can discuss galaxies, and there are many more interesting concepts in space. It's a huge exploration area. The universe is so big, we don't even know like a small part out of it. अगर जैसे किसी को मतलब जैसे काफी इंटरेस्ट है तो मतलब एक वीडियो होती है यूट्यूब पे, उसमें होता है यूनिवर्स साइज कंपैरिजन। जैसे उसमें आपको स्टार्स गैलेक्सीज की कंपैरिजन दिखाते हैं। जब आप वो वीडियो देखोगे आपको समझ में आएगा कि मतलब यू आर सच अ स्मॉल पार्ट इन सच अ वास्ट यूनिवर्स। काफी इंटरेस्टिंग होता है।
आप लिंक बता दो।
अरे वो आप सर लिंक मैं एक मिनट देख लेता हूँ, गूगल पे देख के यूट्यूब पे टाइप कर देता हूँ, यूनिवर्स साइज कंपैरिजन, स्टार साइज कंपैरिजन। लिंक मैंने चैट बॉक्स पे शेयर कर देता हूँ। लिंक भेज दिया मैंने चैट बॉक्स पे, आ गई होगी शायद।
हाँ मिल गई, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू वेलकम।